Hello students, today we will complete our chapter 11 Biotechnology of class 12. So today we will study about process of recombinant DNA technology. In our previous class we have already studied about the tools of recombinant DNA technology and cloning vector. So now let's proceed that process of recombinant DNA technology. This process takes place in several steps. Your isolation of genetic material, amplification of PCR, insertion of gene into host cell, obtaining foreign gene product, downstreaming processing. So how a recombinant DNA is made? Let's see. So first step we will discuss, that is isolation of genetic material. As we know, in most of the organisms, living organisms, the genetic material is nucleic acid. That may be DNA, may be RNA. So as we know, in majority of organisms, the genetic material is DNA. So, here we need to isolate the genetic material. When we are finding the DNA that maybe we get from a bacterial cell, a plant cell, animal cell, fungal cell, etc. So, first we have to get the DNA, first we have to digest the cell membrane or cell wall of these organisms. So, if we want the DNA from a plant cell, then first we need to digest the plant cell wall, and for that we need the enzyme, that is cellulase. As we know, the cell wall of the plant is made up of cellulose. So for digestion of cellulose, the enzyme needed is cellulase. If we are extracting it from bacterial cell, then we need a lysozyme. Then for fungal cell wall digestion, we need chitinase. So in this way, we can extract the DNA from bacterial, plant, animal or fungal cell. So as we know, here we just digest the cell membrane, and inside the cell membrane nucleus is present, and nucleus not only contains DNA but also it contains RNA, protein and some other macromolecules including polysaccharides. So here we need to remove these macromolecules, RNA and protein. For that we again need some enzymes for their removal. So for digestion of RNA, we need the enzyme, that is nuclease, ribonuclease or RNase. For digestion of protein, we need protease. So in this way, we able to get only DNA. So when the DNA that we extracted from the plant cell or animal cell or bacterial cell is added in chilled ethanol, we can see the threads of many DNA fragments. If we is pulling it, then we can see many threads of DNA. You can see like this. So after this, we need to cut the DNA into many fragments that are contain the gene of interest or desirable genes. Means the segment of DNA contains some desirable genes, then we need to have to separate these segments of DNA. That's why we need to make its fragments. For that we should put it in gel electrophoresis, in which agarose gel is used, and when we put the long segment of DNA, then it cut into pieces, and cut into many pieces, the smaller fragments we get goes towards the anode. Remember, anode is the positively charged electrode. As we know, DNA is negatively charged, so DNA moves towards the anode. And after that, to get the desirable piece of DNA, we can expose it to UV ray, and the visible bands, we see orange color visible bands, are desirable genes or gene of our interest. So after obtaining it, we have to make multiple copy of those desirable genes or DNA. So for that, here we need a reaction. We need to see how it is possible. Here we can see PCR, polymerase chain reaction. For amplification of gene of interest, amplification means making one segment of DNA into billions in number. So PCR is the best technique. PCR means polymerase chain reaction. Polymerase chain reaction, in which some enzymes are used for the process, that is polymerase chain reaction. So let's see how this is possible. So here is a double stranded DNA. This is 5 prime to 3 prime and 3 prime to 5 prime. This is a double stranded DNA. As we know, DNA exists in double stranded like this. So here first PCR completed through 3 steps. One is your denaturation, in which the DNA segment get separated, means both the segments separated from each other and they are formed like this. So this is 5 prime to 3 prime, again 3 prime to 5 prime, and after this annealing occurs. During annealing, here some primers are used to start the process of forming complementary. So here it starts from 3 prime end, and from here it starts from 3 prime end. So here form will 5 prime and here form will also 5 prime. So after annealing, here the primers are used for joining. Primers are used, and the primers are small chemically synthesized oligonucleotides. So then annealing process is completed. Next is your extension. And during extension, what happen? The two segments of DNA annealing is completed and multiple DNA copies we can get like this. 5 prime to 3 prime, 3 prime to 5 prime, again 5 prime to 3 prime and 3 prime to 5 prime. In this way, after 30 cycles, we able to get millions of amplified copies of our gene of interest like this. For this process, here we need Taq polymerase. Another thing I skipped. For denaturation, it needs heat, and that is more than 95 degrees Celsius. For excess heat tolerance, here we can use Taq polymerase enzyme. Taq polymerase enzyme is extracted from the bacteria, that is Thermus aquaticus. Taq polymerase is the enzyme which helps in the process of polymerization. That is extracted from the bacteria Thermus aquaticus, which is also known as thermostable bacteria, as it has the ability to resist a high range of temperature. And after this, getting billions of copy number of gene of interest, again we need to insert it or introduce it into host cell. So for introduction, here we can choose the selectable marker ampicillin. As we know, ampicillin is used for antibiotic resistance, for making antibiotic resistance gene. Here when we treat the DNA segments that we got, it will show which are transformants and which are non-transformant, means in which transformation occurs and in which transformation not occurs. So the on transformants, when on ampicillin we put the DNA, then the on transformants will die, only the transformants will live. So in this way, here ampicillin works as a selectable marker. So after that, we can introduce into host, means that may be plant or animal. That is depend on us, on in which organism we want to put that desirable gene or gene of our interest. Next is your obtaining foreign gene product. So here our main motive is to, we are studying about recombinant DNA technology, but our last motive is to produce a recombinant protein, because recombinant DNA can't be work without recombinant protein. So for expression of recombinant DNA, here we need to find a recombinant protein. So after finding the recombinant protein, it can be produced in large scale and used for production of other substances which I have told you, like your antibiotics, medicines, vaccines, etc. So for this it needs to be produced in large amount. So for that, here we can use the bioreactors. These are called the bioreactors. Here the simple stirred tank and here the sparse type stirred tank. In this tank we can able to produce up to 100 to 1000 liter of the product which we want. So this help us in producing the desirable or the recombinant protein or which we want. So for that, here look, for getting the biological product, here steam for sterilization. This point helps in identifying acid or base for pH control. This is motor which rotates, and during its rotation, here flat blade impeller is present, due to which when it rotates, then here we can get the desirable product in regular intervals and can get it. Then after it, here how the bubble increases the surface area. The bubble